You're lying through your teeth if you tell me you don't think it would be dope as shit to have a more community based world where the people that like to cook all came together and cooked a bunch of food because, it still takes 30 minutes to cook a meal if you're cooking for two or if you're cooking for 10, regardless of whether you want to believe it or not. I've had a job where we've had to cook for 80 and been able to do it in a 2 hour period. And these same things, if you were cooking in the periods and the ways that we were doing with the utensils and stuff that we had to, you'd still have about that time frame for a party of 20. It's not that much bigger to do these things if it's not one person doing it and you have four hands doing multiple things. Big dinner things, big breakfasts, big lunches, big things like this wouldn't actually be an issue. The people that love to garden were actually doing the gardening work. Society, people that you didn't know what you wanted to do, you helped out in these different things until you figured out where you found your place. And then when it came to food and stuff, you could actually stop at different places that no, you couldn't hand pick what you wanted, but you would have community meals sitting down with your community, enjoying the things from your friends and neighbors that you don't get to know because of the rat race that you live in currently. Um, it's so weird to me how little effort it would take to switch the way we live and all of us actually be happy, but we seem to prioritize controlling each other and disliking each other rather than just working together for the betterment of all. Because even if you dislike somebody, we still all work off of each other in the rat race. We just don't know we're working off of each other. And if we did actually know that we were working off of each other, and you knew Susie down the street was the one making that bomb ass fucking food that you love, you'd probably be a lot nicer to Susie down the street. So I don't know. I just think that logically we're doing things asinine and backwards. And I think you know it too. I think you just have some dream that you think the rat race is going to feel better than you listening to the seed inside your heart. And I disagree with you there. I think that the fastest way to what you actually want, even individually, is listening to that seed that tells you the path that you're supposed to be on. Maybe your life isn't hard because of all of the things that you think make it hard. Maybe all of those things are the universe trying to tell you you're on the wrong path. So you're seeing what the universe is using to try to correct you, and you're focusing on that and missing the fact that the universe is going, hey, you're on the wrong path. Remember that dream you had as a kid? That's probably more aligned with what you want to be doing with life and what would help you give more to the whole system than trying to get to the top and then feel like it's super lonely because you can't trust anybody. You think that they don't want you, they want what you have because now you're at the top and you know that everybody else is just trying to get to the top. So I don't know. I think it would just be more logical and more sound for us as a, society who is socially driven to actually just try to bring everybody with us together and not try to make it a rat race to the top, but just make the living where we're all at more beneficial to everybody. And then you can have the tiers that you want that make you feel better than somebody else. Because I promise you, at the end of the day, if our basic needs and basic living wasn't so stressful and our needs were covered, nobody would care that another person has more than you because 90% of the population doesn't actually desire those things.